Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver. Summary: Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver, published in 2022, is a novel that reimagines Charles Dickens's David Copperfield, setting it in the modern-day Appalachian Mountains. Through the story of Demon Fields, also known as Demon Copperhead, Kingsolver explores themes of poverty, addiction, resilience, and the power of storytelling. Demon's journey, from a childhood marred by loss and abuse to his struggles as a young adult trying to survive in a world stacked against him, captures the harsh realities of life in a region deeply affected by economic hardship and the opioid crisis. Plot summary. 1. Demon's childhood and early hardships. Demon is born in a poor, rural area of southern Appalachia to a single mother struggling with addiction. Life is hard from the start, as his mother's mental health and substance abuse issues create an unstable environment. Demon's early life is marked by poverty and neglect, and he quickly learns to fend for himself. When his mother dies of an overdose, Demon becomes an orphan and is thrown into the foster care system, where he faces abusive and exploitative situations. Demon's sense of humor and intelligence are his saving grace, as he begins to understand the oppressive structures around him. His insights about the system's failures provide a biting critique of the institutions that are supposed to help but often harm vulnerable children. 2. Surviving the foster system. Demon's journey through the foster care system is harsh, exposing him to a series of homes where he is either neglected, forced into child labor, or abused. The foster families view him as little more than a source of government income, and he is constantly reminded of his lack of agency and power. Despite these challenges, Demon finds solace in his love for drawing and storytelling, talents he uses to process his experiences and express his inner thoughts. During this time, he befriends Tommy and Fast Forward, two boys who share his struggles, though they cope in different ways. These friendships form a lifeline for Demon, even as they expose him to new dangers, including the ever-present threat of substance abuse. 3. Adolescence and the trap of addiction. As a teenager, Demon becomes increasingly exposed to the opioid epidemic that ravages his community. Injuries from school sports lead him to painkillers, and he quickly becomes addicted, a fate shared by many in his town. Kingsolver's portrayal of addiction is unflinching, highlighting how pharmaceutical companies targeted vulnerable communities, exploiting their pain for profit and leaving lasting devastation in their wake. Demon's descent into addiction complicates his relationships, his education, and his sense of self. He struggles to break free but is caught in a cycle that mirrors the generational poverty and hopelessness surrounding him. 4. Art and resilience. Despite his hardships, Demon's creative spirit persists. His talent for drawing becomes a means of survival, giving him a sense of purpose and hope. Through art, Demon processes his trauma and begins to envision a future for himself outside the cycles of addiction and poverty. His resilience shines as he fights to reclaim his life, seeking redemption and a way out of the constraints imposed by his environment. Demon's journey is not without setbacks, and he faces difficult choices, heartbreak, and loss along the way. However, his determination to rise above his circumstances reflects the human capacity for survival and the importance of finding one's voice, even in the darkest times. Key themes. 1. Poverty and systemic injustice. Kingsolver vividly portrays the systemic challenges faced by those in poverty, especially in rural Appalachia. Demon's life is shaped by the economic despair of his community and the failures of institutions meant to support children like him, exposing how poverty and social injustice are intertwined. 2. Addiction and the opioid crisis. The novel addresses the opioid epidemic as a central theme, highlighting its devastating impact on individuals and communities. Kingsolver critiques the pharmaceutical companies that profited from addiction and underscores the cycle of dependency that ensnares Demon and others around him. 3. Resilience and identity. Demon's journey is one of survival, resilience, and self-discovery. His struggle to maintain his identity in the face of immense challenges reflects the power of art, friendship, and self-expression as tools for healing and resilience. 4. The power of storytelling. In both his art and narration, Demon uses storytelling to make sense of his world. Kingsolver's homage to David Copperfield emphasizes how literature and stories can connect across time and place, offering insight, empathy, and a path to self-understanding. Conclusion. Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver is a powerful reimagining of Dickens's David Copperfield, updated to reflect the struggles of modern Appalachia. Through Demon's journey, Kingsolver provides a searing critique of poverty, addiction, and the systems that fail vulnerable communities, while celebrating the resilience and hope that can arise even from the most challenging circumstances. Demon Copperhead is a moving testament to survival, art, and the enduring human spirit.